cocoa, grab all temperatures. Coffee sweetness will be at a medium intensity. We'll start off bright and citron, resembling that blood orange. Gradually evolving more to a softer tartaric acidity, resembling that black cherry. The sweetness of this coffee will be at a medium intensity, noticeably increasing as the coffee cools. And for notes of sweetness, we found our blackberry. Finally, for mouthfeel, it'll be silky at hot temperatures, getting heavier as it cools, before giving you a juicy, round finish at cooler temperatures. Now, judges, to evaluate the aroma, I'll ask you to please swirl the cracks 3 times at a pour in between each evaluation to release those aromatic layers. Are we ready? Wonderful. Here you go. Here you go. Let's do it. You ready to try this wonderful coffee? Yeah, awesome. May I? May I? May I? Now, to enhance your experience, I've selected a specific cup design to help concentrate aromatics, improve clarity of flavor, and maintain balance as the coffee cools, allowing you to experience the full dynamic range of the cup. Now, for tasting evaluations, I'll ask you to please hold up till after all time. Really hope you enjoy. Judges, we now reach the final connection between coffee and music. Both coffee and music have the power to bring people together. Music gathers people through shared emotions and shared moments, while coffee does the same by creating spaces for conversation, connection, and community. Now, just as music tells a story through sound, coffee tells a story through flavor. As I stand here today sharing this cup with you, I'm reminded about coffee and music and not just about what we taste or hear, but about the people we share them with. Thanks so much. That's my time.
Everybody give it up for Brandon! Come on down this way, man. You just gave an entire routine talking about 2 of my favorite things in the world, coffee and music. So almost everything I'm going to ask you up here is going to involve music. Okay, I know that. Okay. So you started off asking them to think about a coffee that's stuck with them.
I'm just going to leave my phone here. Good luck.
Give us a song.
Look at this, Simba is going to kill.
That's a tough one. I'm gonna go Tom Petty, Free Fallin'. And honestly, it's not more so like it's one of those things. Like I said in the beginning, it's not complexity of the song or anything like that. It's one of my dad's favorite songs that passed a few years ago, and every time I hear it, it lightens up.
First off, how are you feeling? You got to go nice and early today, so you've already gotten past the first hurdle. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm happy I went early. I don't have to sit on the nerves throughout the day, and it's over with. I can relax and just enjoy the time here.
Okay. And overall, how has the process of preparing for Brewers been for you?
It's been great. And honestly, I have so much to thank for my coaches, Reef, Lisette, Meg. They've helped me out from coffee movement in San Francisco. They've crushed it for me.
Sure. Okay, so you already shouted out your coaches. Is there anybody else that you would like to thank or shout out?
I think my wife, she's pregnant. She's traveling along, taking red eyes with me. And
across the country.
Yeah, across the country taking red eyes. And you've been listening to me recite this speech I don't know how many times. So.
All right. Like I said, I gotta ask the hard-hitting questions.
Okay.
Just give us an entire routine about music. it is important with music, not only for it to have balance, but where you place it. Where you play a song is important.
Right.
So I'm going to give you a place.
Okay.
You're going to tell me what song's supposed to go there.
Alright.
What would be your WWE entrance music?
Oh my god. WWE entrance music. That's a wild card. I don't know, maybe like System of a Down or something.
All right. I'm going to stop bothering the questions. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Great performance up there. Everybody, give it up one more time for Brandon. We will be up with our next competitor in a few, but for the crowd in here, please share the things that you guys are enjoying up here. Take photos, take videos, post to Instagram. You can hashtag at US Coffee Champs. You can also hashtag at USCC 2026. And for all information on all of the United States coffee competitions, follow US Coffee Champs on Instagram. We'll be back in a few with our next competitor.
Figuring out if I can. You guys need this tripod.
Not for a while. Oh, you want to see if there's a way to get
Yeah, then I can just leave this here, and then I think I can just do this. Mantis
wow.
pod works.
Oh.
Then
Mega
you guys
set.
can use this tripod.
Cool.
Oh, I did not ping anyone that I was doing this. We have also, I guess it's early. These West Coast, nobody. And there's probably going to be like a lot of downtime. And I hope my phone doesn't die.
Did you eat your food?
No, I didn't even get.
It's there, put it there.
Put it where?
To the side, I tapped you and I said, this is for you.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You were shilling.
Dude, I don't know. Why am I not competing? I don't believe in coffee competitions. Oof. Shouldn't be saying that here.
Times to say that.
Shouldn't be saying that here.
Controversial.
Controversial. They hated him because he said the truth.
Who?
No, it's a meme.
Where did you use this?
I can't explain my worldview in front of everyone, right? People are asking me to articulate my opinion.
Wait, where? Oh,
No, in the chat, in the
Okay.
chat. Okay, guys, I'm gonna move you. Time to talk some shit.
Oh,
Oh
man.
man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, hold on. Wrong orientation. I also turned off stabilization, so this way. I forgot how to stream. I don't make enough content these days. Okay, does the audio work? Or like, can you hear the people in the competition? Do this. Okay, wide angle view. And then we can do this. Truly advanced tech here. All right, this is the angle. I'm going to leave you guys. Good luck. Dude, my favorite competitor is sitting right next to me right now. You actually are competing, which is crazy. Okay, so I think you guys can see everyone from there, there, and there. It's a little distorted, but unfortunately that is the... I'm not going to be here to move the camera for every single person.
You got what you got.
Yeah, you get what you get. I'm sorry. But here, let's I'm gonna move it slightly further so it's a little bit better.
a otra que está más arriba, y a una que está más nueva, y vamos a empezar a hacer como que queremos empezar a hacer como el antes y después. Ya para la finca que ya está en el proyecto, ya va a ser una grabación que vamos a mostrar las fincas. Segundo,
They're going to have, they have like speakers to the side when they are talking, so I think it should be okay. All right, here we go. I'm leaving the camera here. I have to do other things. Good luck watching the stream, guys. For true production quality here.
Wait, I want you to sit next to me.
You can come here.
Welcome back to the 2026 United States Brewers Cup audience. Are you guys ready for your next competitor? Finally, sounds like everybody's awake. This is lovely. All right, next up. Looks like we're gonna be in California again. This one is coming from Los Angeles, California. From Be Bright Coffee, give it up for Huxley Owen.
Oh, hey, there we go. Can I get my music? Okay. You guys are ready? Excellent, me too. Time. When I started my career in coffee, it began with a little bit of a lie. In my first interview, I stated that I loved brewing. But truthfully, I didn't drink coffee or think it was something that I would enjoy. It was a job I took because I didn't know what to do. However, during training, something changed when I met my best friend, Andrew Robinson, whose passion taught me what it truly means to love and care for something. His enthusiasm was so contagious that I grew a deep love of coffee and service, working alongside him for many years. Now guys, my name is Huxley Owens, and my career has taken me throughout the Midwest. Now I'm honored to represent Be Bright Coffee in Los Angeles. In every location that I've worked, it's the people surrounding me that have driven my passion. Today, I'd like to share with you a few of the giants in my life who have lifted me up. Every cup that I brew carries their knowledge, love, and generosity. Now our producer, Paola Trujillo, a giant in her own right, brewed this whoosh whoosh at her farm, Patio Bonito, in Caldono, Colombia, where she works to spread education and knowledge to others, building a platform for more coffees such as this to be produced. Our whoosh whoosh today was grown and density sorted to achieve 95% ripeness, sealing in as sweetness. That's going to be like red currant. The coffee is then fermented for 96 hours in cherry with Bourbon Cedro Mosto. By altering the microbiome of our coffee today during fermentation, we can bring about a deeper body and acidity and a more complex sweetness. The coffee was then dried for 7 days to a moisture content of 11% to seal in all these flavors. We then took this coffee and roasted it on a stronghold for 9 minutes with a 10% development time ratio focused on clarity and balancing out the acidity and sweetness. Now, every tool and variable used in brewing today is selected through thoughtful conversations and meticulous testing to highlight this whoosh whoosh. In 2024, I worked alongside Jesus Iniguez, whose passion for trying new brewing methods and sharing them with me led to my use of the Hario switch. Hybrid brewing allows me to use percolation and immersion, giving me greater control over contact time and our body of the coffee. And the Hario switch's conical shape helps to highlight clarity and acidity in the cup. Paired with Sybaris fast flow filters, we get a consistently fast drawdown time, helping to mitigate bitterness. Our water today is at 40 ppm to accentuate the clarity of this cup. And I've used Apex Labs water minerals to add magnesium and calcium, improving sweetness and acidity. Our ratio is a 1 to 16. Where I found the best balance of of clarity and mouthfeel. And our water temperature is 200 degrees Fahrenheit, where I found a pleasant balance of the red fruit acidity of this coffee and its juicy sweetness. Last fall, Christian Beck gave me intentional advice, giving me the courage to make large changes in my life and move from Omaha to California. Alongside these conversations, we discussed the role of agitation at different stages of brewing and how it affects the overall flavor of a cup of coffee. These conversations led to today's recipe, where we began with a 50-gram bloom for 40 seconds. This long contact time in the beginning is going to reduce channeling and dry pockets, improving the clarity of our cup. And then around 40 seconds, we will pour 100 grams of water at 10 to 12 grams per second. This high agitation in the beginning is going to help highlight the acidity and sweetness of this coffee. Then around 1 minute and 15 seconds, we will close the switch and pour 50 grams of water in small concentric circles at a lower agitation, finishing with 50 grams of water directly in the center. By finishing with a low agitation, we can mitigate bitterness by slowing our extraction rate. And when we combine this with the immersion stage of our brew, we can keep a longer contact time, improving the overall body of our cup. Around the 2 minute and 10 second mark, we will open the switch and allow the coffee to drain out for a total brew time around 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Now, judges, over the last few months, I've had the pleasure of working with Frank Waugh, whose passion has reinvigorated my passion for providing excellent customer service. As a nod to his signature stirring the espresso, I'll swirl your craft for you, agitating the coffee inside, making it easier for us to assess the aroma today. Are we ready to go over some aroma notes, judges? Perfect. So, the aroma of our coffee today will be of a medium-high intensity. It will be orange, cherry, and honeysuckle. When I hand you the craft, please assess the aroma only. And when you finish, feel free to place it on the craft tray in front of you. This one is for you. This one is yours. Thank you. And thank you for your patience. This one is yours. Judges, I'll give you a moment and I'll be right back. Okay, are you guys ready to go over the rest of our flavor calls? Excellent. If you miss anything, please feel free to take the note cards in front of you backstage and refer to them. The flavor of our coffee today across all temperatures will be medium, high, and intensity. And when hot, will be mandarin orange and cherry juice. And when warm and cool, will be apple juice, blood orange, and red currant, and also cherry juice. The aftertaste of our coffee today will be medium in length, and when hot, like sangria. when warm and cool, will be like tart cherry juice. The acidity of our coffee today, when hot, will be medium in intensity. Citric and malic, like red fruits and oranges. And when warm and cool, will be medium high in intensity, and like red currant and pomelo. The sweetness of our coffee today, judges, when hot, will be at a medium intensity and candy-like. And when warm and cool, will be at a medium high intensity and like fruit punch or fruit juice. And finally, the mouthfeel of our coffee today will be medium in intensity and silky. Now, judges, another giant in my life, Jamie Lau, has reminded me that how coffee is served is just as important as what coffee is served. So I provided chairs and napkins for you to use as needed, and a cup featuring a wide mouth, allowing the coffee to cool, making it comfortable to drink at all temperatures, with a thin lip, helping spread some of the more delicate flavors across that tongue. Yeah? 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 My goodness. I am so blessed to be surrounded by the people in my life. My wife, Kirsten, has tried and analyzed nearly every cup of coffee that I've brewed over the last few years. And if I'm honest with you, some of them were really bad. But as a fellow coffee professional, her dedication to chasing the perfect cup and providing an excellent customer service experience remind me of why I do this and inspire me. Judges, without the giants in my life elevating me, I wouldn't be able to provide you a cup of coffee such as this. Now, please wait till I call time before we finish assessing. This for you. And this one is for you. Thank you. And thank you for your patience. This one is for you. I am so glad that I've gotten to share with you the giants in my life. As you assess today, I hope the giants in your life come to mind. Take a moment and think of those who have shared their passion with you, inspired you, or maybe just served you an excellent cup of coffee. Judges, thank you. That is my time.
Give it up for Huxley! Come on over this way. Come on over this way. Woo. You couldn't let the routine go like 15 more seconds. I was going to Jamie first. I was like, Jamie! What's up, man? Good
How
to
are
see
you? How are you? You as well. Good, thank you.
All right, how has this season been for you so far?
This season has been a trip. So I've, me and my teammates put a lot of time, a lot of work, a lot of late night hours into it. A lot of 4-hour nights of sleep.
Real.
But it's been really good. I mean, LA's community has really showed out. It has really made me feel at home and warm and welcome.
Sir, I know we got a couple of the Be Bright folks here, and you shouted out a few folks as well in the routine. Are there any other people that did not make the script cut that you want to say something to?
Oh yeah, so, okay, if you weren't in the script, I'm sorry, I only had 10 minutes. If I included everybody, we'd have been here all that day. So
yeah, you got the like Grammys, like horns off. Like.
But if we're gonna thank somebody, first of all, my wife Kirsten, I know she's already shouted out, but it just enough effort cannot be put on this woman. Obviously the Be Bright team, the Archetype team, I miss you guys. And then, you know, just everybody in this room, I thank you for being here. You know, we can't do this without everybody.
Man, all right. Hard-hitting questions.
Okay,
right?
Lay it on me.
Cool. Would you rather fight 100 ant-sized bears, or would you rather fight one bear-sized ant?
Oh, dude. Dude, 100 ant-sized bears are gonna have a lot of strength. I guess I'll take the one ant.
You take the one ant?
I guess so.
All right, everybody, give it up for Hudson. Thank you so much, man. We will be back with our next competitor shortly. Y'all just stand tight.
our tripod. No, but I need to use it for one routine. Wait, you should be up here and we should be back here.
Wait, is this mine or what? Or
One is hers, one is yours.
Oh.
The sandwich is yours.
Okay.
Eat the sandwich. Go eat the sandwich. You can go to the car and eat it.
Are we ready for our next competitor? Listen, I'm gonna wait till we have energy, I promise you. All of these competitors, all of these sponsors, all these people in this room put so much time and effort to get to this moment, so I want to make sure that they are celebrated properly when their time comes. So now, we have our next competitor coming out from Los Angeles, California. I don't believe that, but you know it's cool.
Very.
My bad. Berkeley, not Los Angeles.
Berkeley.
There we go. From Berkeley, California. I still don't believe that for other reasons, but from Hydrangea Coffee Roasters, give it up for Ashley White! There we go. Where are the judges? You gave me the thumbs up. You gave me the thumbs up. You set me up. Okay, cool. See? It was me. Ashley!
Can I check my music, please? Just the volume. Okay, it's good. Can you restart? Time. Control is the lie coffee sells you. You may have been told, control this variable, control that process, and you'll be able to control the outcome in the cup. Though I found this not to be true. My name is Ashlyn, and 3 years ago, at just 18, I started brewing coffee at home. Coming from a social media driven generation, I leaned into social media to learn how to brew, where I was often told, just control this with your coffee and you'll get the perfect cup. That sparked a curiosity that turned into an obsession that brought me across the country to Berkeley, California to join the team at Hydrangea Coffee Roasters. There, I thought I would finally have the most control over coffee to be able to achieve that perfect cup. But after repeatedly failing to achieve that cup I was chasing, I thought I hit rock bottom. But something finally clicked. I realized I had less control than I thought I had. And I learned I had to understand what I could not control as a brewer to shape the cup with what I could control. And that begins with origin. How a coffee is grown and processed is the first element of control that I learned I have no control over. So I blended 3 origins to use this element of coffee I cannot control to control flavors in the cup in all temperature stages. And it starts in the place that not only unexpectedly changed the limits of control with coffee for me, but also has unexpectedly changed the limits of control with what is possible with coffee. At Silent Springs Farm in Moore Park, California, Jay Rusky grew this Lorena variety at just 150 meters above sea level, an elevation that is nearly impossible to grow coffee at. But Jay was able to do the unthinkable. He successfully controlled the growth of this Lorena to develop more fruit character in the cup. Therefore, I'm using this Lorena as just 10% of my blend, as it adds layered complexity to the flavor and clean fruit characteristics to the aftertaste. Though this blend does not end in California. California reaches into Panama, where friends of Lost Origin Lab discovered a flower nectar yeast that was foraged in Berkeley, California. He used this yeast in a controlled, cold, 13-day fermentation with a geisha grown at Finca Las Margaritas in the Volcan region of Panama. At 50% of my blend, this geisha adds vibrant acidity, like candied and citric-like, while balancing with the flavors from the third coffee in my blend that also builds on the clean fruit characteristics from the Lorena. The third coffee is a geisha grown and produced by Pocho Guiado from Finca Neguo in the Hurutungo region of Panama. France's geishas are super special because of their intense florality and delicate fresh fruit flavors and sweetness. But for this geisha, Pocho did something super interesting. He fermented it in a glass mold for 5 days. And because glass is impermeable to oxygen, it gives Pocho the control to maintain volatile, floral, and fruity aromas while maintaining the delicacy of the fresh fruit sweetness and flavors. At 40% of my blend, this geisha adds those floral and fruity aromatics while helping to maintain the delicate fresh fruit flavors and sweetness. As the brewer, I understood the qualities that these 3 coffees had to offer. Therefore, I was able to understand what I could control with variables in my brew recipe to make these 3 coffees work together with my brew recipe. First, for the brewer, I'm using a switch brewer that has a dripper with small ridges to allow for a bit of bypass. This helps create a delicate and dynamic acidity, while the switch mechanism gives me control over contact time to help enhance sweetness and texture. For pouring, first I'll pour 50 grams of 92 degrees Celsius water. I'll leave the switch open here to maintain and control the flow of water through the grounds, as this will help create a dynamic acidity, especially that comes from France's geisha. For the second pour, I'll close the switch and add 100 grams of the same 92 degrees Celsius water. This immersion stage helps emphasize the sweetness from Pocho's geisha and help build and create a juicy texture. I'm using a water composed of a 1:2 to 4 ratio of potassium to calcium to magnesium, with a total hardness of 50 ppm. The magnesium emphasizes the delicacy and fresh fruit sweetness and flavors in the cup, while the calcium highlights the vibrant acidity, and the potassium extends the fruit-like clean fruit aspects in the aftertaste. I'm using a fast-flowing filter as I found this gave me more control over my grind size, which I found to be at 7.1 on the option 001. I also ground your blend fresh on the sponsored grinder just a few moments before you are seated, as this will give you the most intense expression of the aroma that you'll experience later. At 2 minutes and 15 seconds, I'll open the switch and pour the remaining 60 grams of water using 82 degrees Celsius here. This lower water temperature helps maintain the clarity of flavors in all temperature stages, and I'll be using a total of 210 grams of water to brew. That brings my brew recipe ratio to a 1:14 ratio. I found this ratio works best with my brew recipe to bring you the most harmonious balance of flavors in all temperature stages. Judges, are you ready to take down some tasting notes? All right, you can refer to any of the tasting notes or blend information I've provided on the card for you. The aroma will be medium in intensity, and you'll get notes of red fruit candy, purple florals like lilac, and orange marmalade. The flavor is medium in intensity in all stages, and when hot, you'll get fresh strawberry, yellow peach, and red fruit candy. When warm, the flavor is yellow peach, strawberry candies, and hibiscus tea. you'll add cranberry juice and mixed berries. The aftertaste, when hot and warm, is medium in intensity and length, and it lingers like cane sugar and fresh berries. When cooled, the aftertaste goes to medium high in intensity, and you'll add candied pineapple on top of the cane sugar and fresh berries. The acidity is medium in intensity in all stages, and you will get malic acidity like yellow peach throughout all stages. But when hot, it will be more citric like fresh strawberry and pomelo. When warm, you will add tartaric acid like green grape. And when cooled, the citric will turn more into that malic and tartaric while still remaining a little bit of citric, but you'll add a bunch of cranberry juice like acidity into there. The sweetness is medium in intensity in all stages, and when hot, you'll get sweetness like fresh strawberry and yellow peach. And when warm and cooled, you'll add fresh red cherry and cranberry juice. The sweetness will also have a lot of cane sugar throughout all stages. The mouthfeel is medium in weight in all stages, and when hot, it's juicy like a medium-weighted fruit juice. And when warm and cooled, it will turn into silkiness like coconut water. I'm sharing these cups with you as a reminder of what I've learned, what lies outside of my control as a brewer, and to use that to understand what I can control with my craft as a brewer. In that, I'm also sharing with you a part of me who's poured into this cup. As someone who has learned to understand what I can control with my craft by what lies outside of my control, instead of listening to those who try to control me through how they think I should craft coffee as a brewer. So please enjoy, and thank you so much for your time. That one's for you. That one's for you. And that one's for you. Thank you. And that's my time.
Down this way.
He didn't go yet.
Wow. Can I be biased for a second?
Sure.
Oh my God, I'm so proud of you. That was amazing. What a performance. How are you feeling?
I feel great and I feel excited. And I just feel great. I feel very excited.
I feel like
I feel so excited. You saw me last year, didn't you?
Yeah, I feel like you've been waiting for this.
I feel like
moment
it's been building up. It's been
Yeah.
building up. Like it's built up very exponentially.
Yeah.
Like inside me, I'm like, I need to let it all out. You know, it's been too long.
And you let it out with probably one of the sickest opening lines I've heard to a routine ever. Oh my goodness. Can you please give me a little bit of background on how you came to this idea for your routine?
Yeah. So the mic's on. Okay. A little bit about me. I'm originally from here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Shout out. Woo! But I mean, California's better. I'm sorry. I'm kidding. I moved to California a little bit less than a year ago to join the team at Hydrangea, and I feel so undeserving of it, but I have just a lot of background, and I'm very thankful of all the people I've been able to learn from. But at the same time, I feel like there's so many opinions that come in. There's so many. I feel like I get just so many opinions and people telling me, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do that, and I'm like, is that because of who I am, or does you feel like you tell me what to do or push me around, right? So I think that's where this whole theme of control came in, and I was like just through experiences, I feel like I've learned so much through my own experiences, and I really wanted to channel that energy into something that I could create for the stage this year. So, yeah.
Word. I'll just add one little piece for this. Every single person that walks this earth is a compilation of everything they've experienced, all of the other opinions, all of the other life experiences, so on and so forth.
It can be very conflicting.
But it also is just a part of the puzzle, who you are, what you bring to the
You
table.
gotta figure out like who you are, what do I stand for, why am I here, right? It's like shout out to my boss.
And that was a beautiful, beautiful demonstration of why you were here. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Do you have anybody else you want to thank outside of your boss? Shout out.
Thank you to Masha, who cannot be here today. She was my coach, but unfortunately cannot be here today due to politics that are outside of our control. And the entire like community here in Raleigh, North Carolina, for building me up as a person. Like, I would not be the person I am today without literally like basically all the people in this room. I see a bunch of familiar faces. Shout out to Masha. Shout out to all of the Raleigh community. Shout out to my boss, Bill. Shout out to Bill, who can't be here because someone's got a roast.
Real. All right.
But yeah.
Now, my final thing is our hard-hitting question. As our resident North Carolinian decided to move across the country on us and leave us, you know. Oopsie. Here's your hard-hitting question for the day.
Okay.
Cookout
Or
in and out?
In
Truth.
and out.
All right, give it up for Ash one more time, y'all. All right, we will be back with our next competitor in just a few moments. Thank you all.
Okay, I'm going to eat food.
This is mine.
Yeah.
welcome back to the 2026 United States Brewers Cup. How we all doing out there today? All right, before we get to our next competitor, I'd like to shout out our sponsors again. Thank you to Roastronics, to Pacific Foods Barista Series, Black and White Coffee Roasters, Bun, Blue Water, Optional, and Slow Pour Supply. Now we're ready for our next competitor. All right, we're back on the eastern side of the country now. We are coming to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. From Ghost Coffee Collab, please give it up for Joseph Burns.
Everybody ready? May I have music, please? Could we maybe turn it down a touch or two? Thank you. Okay. Time. Hello, my name is Joe, and welcome to my US Brewers Cup Open Service. Before we begin, it may be useful for us to discuss what service means. Webster's Dictionary defines service as the act of serving. You know, I hate that. I hate when they use a version of a word in its definition. It's always such a letdown. It's disappointing and it's unexpected. And, you know, it makes me wonder, what if we're not off to a good start? What if we're off to a disappointing, unexpected start? Well, I guess it's lucky for us that resetting expectations is exactly what the coffee is about today. Let's get serious. At the 2025 World Brewers Cup Championship, 8 out of the top 9 competitors brewed a Gesha. I've been competing for 5 years, and every year I've brewed a Gesha. And frankly, when I went to select a coffee for today, I was expecting more of the same. But then I began to wonder, what if that expectation is limiting the potential of my coffee? So my team and I broadened our search, and we found 2 coffees that have reset our expectations. One, Americo Jeep from Guatemala, and the other, a Papayo from Colombia. Both coffees have been grown at 1,800 meters above sea level and feature extended fermentation. That high elevation causes the cherries to ripen slowly, which concentrates sugars to create complex flavors, and that fermentation intensifies the flavors. The Americo Jeep comes from Julio Melendez at Finca El Zapote in Acatenango, Guatemala. This is a washed coffee, and I've been struck by its intense tropical profile and its heavy sweetness. The Papayo comes from Jonathan Gasca in Huila, Colombia, and this is a natural coffee. This coffee is also very tropical, and it's also very sweet, rounded by a juicy finish. Now, on the surface, both of these coffees are very tropical, they're both very sweet. So, why would we blend them? And again, the answer is in resetting expectations, because we're not just going to blend them. We're going to blend them by grind size to create a very specific particle distribution that highlights the differences between the coffees and intensifies the similarities. We're going to use 14 grams of the Americo Jeep, ground coarse and sifted to remove particles smaller than 200 microns, and we're going to use 2 grams of the Papayo, ground much more finely. Effectively, what we're doing is removing the fines of the Americo Jeep and replacing them with the fines of the Papayo. This will give us a cup that features the intense tropicals and sweetness of both coffees, but with significantly improved clarity. And hidden in the different grind sizes, we'll find new flavors as well. Florals and berries from the Americo Jeep, citrus and a candy-like sweetness from the Papayo. And in order to do this today, we're going to have to combine a few techniques over here and hopefully reset some expectations with our brewing recipe as well. Ready?
Eso, pasa y habla con Dorita, que como yo no estoy en Colombia, hombre. Listo.
First, we're using the hardware switch, which will allow us to combine percolation and immersion brewing. This will help us to reach maximum flavor complexity out of both coffees. Then we're switching from kettle stream agitation to these dispersion streams. The kettle agitation is important at first because it fully and quickly saturates the coffee bed to jumpstart our extraction. But then the dispersion stream becomes important because it keeps the coffee bed intact, which limits channels to reduce bitterness.
Bueno, patrón, ¿cómo es el tema? ¿Cómo es ese 26 facturación 25?
The coffees were roasted separately to facilitate blending by grind size, both hot and fast 3 days ago, which helps to preserve their fruit-like intensity. We're using 16 total grams of coffee and pouring 250 total grams of water for a ratio of 1 to 15.5. This will allow us to balance the intensity with the clarity. Our kettle temperature is set to 91 degrees with a water hardness of 90 ppm, which will help us to balance the acidity with the sweetness. Our first pour was 50 grams for a 40-second bloom with the switch in the open position. I found that first pour extracts the floral component of the coffee, and keeping the switch open helps us to maintain that. The second pour was 100 grams with the switch closed, followed by a 50-second immersion steep. The immersion steep prolongs contact time and helps to pull out some of the more difficult to extract flavor compounds. It's where we get the tropicals from in this cup. At 1:30, we drain the switch, keep it open, and make the last 100-gram pour. I found that keeping the switch open for this pour works in conjunction with fast flow filters to finish the brew quickly, which improves flavor clarity. Now, judges, I've found that this coffee's aroma improves if it sits for a couple of minutes. So, we're gonna let these marinate, and in the meantime, take down some notes for you. The aroma of our coffee is a medium intensity, and it is sweet. The notes are pineapple, elderflower, and maple. Our flavors today are consistent through the hot and warm stage of the cup. There's a medium-high intense pineapple and elderflower with a medium-intense raspberry and maple. The elderflower is consistent in the cup as the coffee cools, but the evolving sweetness will transform that pineapple into a medium-high intense mango and that raspberry into a medium-intense orange juice. The aftertaste of our coffee is long and lingering. It is a medium-high intense pineapple and elderflower at all 3 cup stages. The acidity of our coffee is tropical, elegant, and structured from hot to cool. It is medium intense, malic, and citric. A bit more malic when hot, but as the coffee cools, it becomes a bit more citric. Our sweetness is pleasant and dynamic. When the cup is hot, it is like maple syrup, becoming candy-like when warm, and juice-like at cool. And our mouthfeel has a medium weight with a juicy, mouth-watering finish at all 3 stages. When the coffee is hot, it is syrupy. And when warm and cool, it becomes silky. So, these are about ready. If you are judges, I'm going to swirl the carafe 3 times. Please, you do the same and then evaluate the aroma. And remember, we're looking for pineapple, elderflower, and maple. Please only evaluate the aroma, and I'll be back in just a second to serve you. Ready? Okay. Before you judges, I'm placing the two-way Century Cup. This cup features two distinct rims, and each side will change how you perceive the coffee. Now, what I imagine you're expecting me to say is to drink out of both sides. Well, please allow me to, one more time, reset that expectation today. Please do not do that. Please only drink out of the pink side of the cup. Trust me, I've looked all over. There is no better expression for this coffee than the pink side of the cup. Its wide but shallow rim is perfect for accentuating the body and the sweetness of the coffee, while the shape of the cup enhances your aromatic perception while you drink.
¿Sabes cómo digo? Traten de sacarlo entre 12, 5, 13 y después lo
So, are we excited to try the coffee? I am excited to serve it to you because of what it taught me this year, that sometimes to reach our potential, we need to step outside of our comfort zone and maybe reset our expectations. And that's a valuable lesson to learn in coffee and also in life. And so judges, I've had a great time today, and I hope that you have too. So please, enjoy. Oh wait, does anyone remember the definition of service? Because I'm not sure that I do, but also maybe it's not as important as I was expecting. Time.
Everybody, give it up for Joe. Joe, do you mind taking a step over this way with me, my friend? Well done. Well done. How are you feeling?
Ooh, I feel great.
Stop walking to the pillar.
I feel great now.
You got it done? Hey man, tell me, what was the season like for you? How the preparation for this go?
This season was fun. It's not always fun to prepare for these things, but I had a lot of fun this year. I liked my routine. The coffee was tasting really great. I just been having a good time.
Any moments from this process stand out for you in particular?
Probably just the first time we did this recipe, everybody just like quietly sitting around the table and like staring at the cup. Like, wow.
Word. Okay, so you said everybody. You want to say some shout outs to who that everybody is?
Just the team that goes, Coach Paulo, Coach Riley. Paulo is actually the person who brewed this coffee, so it's really special to brew a coffee that your friend brewed. So that's really cool.
Word. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Hard hitting question.
Sure.
All right. You are only allowed 3 shows to watch for the rest of your life. All right? What are they and why?
The first one is easy. It's Mystery Science Theater 3000. Because it's my favorite show. It's really fun. And then probably The Simpsons and Seinfeld, just for the repeat, for the laughs and also the nostalgia, because that's like my era of television.
Okay, favorite Simpsons character?
It kind of oscillates between No House and I think Mo.
Okay, all right. Joe, congratulations. You did a phenomenal job up there. Thank you so much. Everybody, please give it up one more time for Joe. And we will be back in very, very short order with our next competitor. Please hang tight.
Whoever is.
And we're back. Who's ready for their next competitor? Come on, y'all. We had this energy discussion. Who's ready for their next competitor? Hailing from the best city in the world, New York City, New York. From Coffee Project, New York, give it up for Peace Seclue Gladua!
Okay. Are you ready? Is everyone ready? Good. Alright. Hello everyone. Before we begin, I'd like all of you to imagine yourself as a coffee bean. Where are you from? And what shaped you into who you are today? I was born in one country, Thailand, but grew up in another, the United States. I was shaped by different people, different culture, and different environment. Those differences challenged me, but they also made me who I am today. We, as humans, are just like coffee beans. The origin give us identity, but the diverse environment shape our expression. And that same idea is the foundation of the cup I'll be serving you today. First part of the cup comes from Thailand, a bourbon variety with 72 hours of natural yeast anaerobic fermentation. The slow breakdown of the sugar inside the coffee cherry intensify the tropical fruit notes of passion fruit and mango. The second part of the cup comes from Panama geisha, natural process, creating a delicate floral aroma of orange blossom and peach. If the Thai coffee represents my identity, the Panama coffee represents the diverse environment that shape my expression. Two different cultures, two different origins. When brewed together with intention, they don't compete, they harmonize. This is diversity creating harmony. To support this harmony, I have chosen tools from around the world, representing the diverse environment that contribute to the expression of this cup. For dripper, I chose Solo Dripper, which has a high heat retention to maximize extraction. I paired it with a flat bottom paper filter to maintain a silky and juicy mouthfeel. I add a mellow drip on top of this dripper to create a consistency and even flow rate to enhance the clarity in flavor. I grind these two coffees together at 600 microns. With this combination, it allows the two coffee, to be extracted evenly and harmoniously at every stage. For water, I chose Apex water, brewed at 94 degrees Celsius at 70 ppm. Using a wave technology to restructure water molecules, enhancing clarity, and allowing the water minerals to interact with coffee compound more efficiently. The results? It reveals the tropical fruit notes of passion fruit and mango, create a structured acidity of malic and tartaric, and bringing out a silky mouthfeel and allowing the sweetness and acidity to coexist without overpowering each other. My recipe today is designed for clarity, balance, and strength. I'm using 1:15 ratio with 14 grams of coffee, with equal parts of the Thai and the Panama coffee, with a total water of 210 grams, with 5% bypass in the carafe to enhance clarity while maintaining the strength of the cup. I break my pour into 4 pours with 50 grams each for every 40 seconds for the even extraction. And my total brew times is 2 minutes and 30 seconds to achieve a perfectly balanced extraction. So while finishing up my final brews, please get ready to note down the aroma of this cup. You will experience a medium intensity of peach, mango, passion fruit, vanilla, and orange blossom. And when you're evaluating this aroma, I ask that you access it twice. And please swirl the cup 5 times before each assessment. This one is for you. Please enjoy. This one is for you. Please enjoy. And this one is for you. Please enjoy. Please enjoy this beautiful aroma, and I'll be right back with you shortly. Are you all set? Now, let's start next with flavor. So for flavor, it will be medium intensity. From hot to cold throughout, you will taste peach, mango, passion fruit, and vanilla. And from warm to cold, the vanilla will turn into dark brown sugar. And in addition to warm to cold, you will also taste orange blossom. For aftertaste, it will be medium intensity throughout. From hot to cold, it will be peach black tea. And in addition to warm and cool, it will start to become long and lingering and floral like orange blossom. And for acidity, it will be medium intensity. From hot to cold throughout, it will be malic and tartaric. For sweetness, it will be medium intensity. From hot to cold throughout, it will be peach candy and dark brown sugar. Last but not least, the mouthfeel will be medium intensity. From hot to cold throughout, it will be silky. And from warm to cool, it becomes slightly juicier while the silky remains. We'll be tasting this coffee together in these 2-way cups. This 2-way cups is designed for 2 distinct sensory experiences. So when you're evaluating flavor and sweetness, please drink from the pink side, which is the shorter lip, allowing the coffee to fall to the front of your tongue for the best perception of the tropical fruit notes together with that peach candy sweetness. And when you're evaluating acidity, aftertaste, and mouthfeel, please drink from the white side, which is the elongated lip, allowing the coffee to fall deeper and to the side of your tongue for the best perception of those attributes to complete your experience with this cup. So now, friends, I would like you to take a moment to put down that clipboard so we can enjoy this beautiful moment of the first impression of this cup together. And please follow my further instruction, all right? This one is for you. This one is for you. This one is for you. Thank you for waiting. Are we ready? Let's start from the pink side, shall we? That first impression of the tropical fruit notes, the passion fruit and mango really come through. and finish it with the candy sweetness. Now, let's switch to the white side.
It's 2 different size speed different RPM. Also, it's
Complete the total experience. I enjoyed it so much I still on my lips. Juicy, silky mouthfeel with a long lingering aftertaste, right? Very beautiful and harmonious cup. You may continue to take a sip on this cup as much as you like. This harmony you're tasting comes from intentions at every stage, from the selection of the coffee, the brew beer, the recipe, even the water. Every choice was made to support one idea: diversity creating harmony. You and I are just like this coffee. The origin gives us identity, but the diverse environment that we encounter along the way shape our expression. Diversity never divides. When approached with intention, it creates harmony. And that is the beauty of specialty coffee. That is the beauty of being human. Thank you every one of you so much for sharing this moment and this beautiful cup of coffee with me today. Cheers and time.
Give it up for Peace, everybody! Please, come on down. Wonderful work today. Wonderful. How you feeling?
Relief.
Relieved? You got it all done?
Yeah, they're all done.
You're a vet at this. This is not your first trip around.
No, but it's still like first time every year.
It still feels like the first time every year. I guess that leads great into the question. What made this process special for you?
I think I'm always proud to come back on this stage to represent Thai coffee. So that's what keep me coming back and keep me wanting to compete. So regardless of what the result, I'm very proud of what I presented, and then I hope the judges will also like what I try to showcase what Thai coffee can do.
Absolutely. I think try is putting it lightly. You're phenomenal on the stage. You have been every time. So thank you so much for sharing it with us again. You come from what I said is the best city in the world, New York City, New York. Yes, sir. You got anybody back home you want to say what's up to?
Yeah, well, first of all my bosses here, we leave the shop behind. Hopefully, all the baristas who are watching right now, I hope you guys are doing okay, and thank you for holding down the fort. And then, and all of my support, everyone from here in New York, and then back in Dubai. I want to thank you, Ibrahim and Audi, for coaching me and giving me this exceptional coffee from Espresso Lab. So I wouldn't be here and then to blend this harmony coffee and cup with my Thai coffee without them.
Absolutely. All right, now, hard-hitting question, New York City edition.
Okay.
New York City, best city in the world, but the worst train to get on is?
Oh. G.
The G train? Oh, come on, that's action. Get your own coffee project, come on.
My boss drive to work.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, y'all, everybody give it up for Peace one more time. We will be back in a few moments with our next competitor. Everyone hang tight.
Fire.
Oh, you charge a battery too?
Yeah, you can do both.
My goodness. Wow, how fancy.
It's
You
a
got
high-
crazy.
Mega tech.
Mega tech. You make a freaking grind the coffee.
It's advanced tech right there. You got
Yep,
two grind sizes.
two grind sizes.
Two grind sizes.
This is called open service, right?
Yeah, open
Okay.
service. But yeah, just
two grinds.
two grinds, two RPM.
2 RPM.
That's crazy person right
It
here.
wasn't, it's not my fault.
It's your fault.
It's not my fault.
It's your fault. You're crazy.
It's Allison's fault.
You're crazy.
You're Z1.
Yeah,
right?
I'm
Yeah,
Z1.
Z1.
Yeah.
But you only use one grind size.
I use one grind size.
Yeah, see, that's how you should just do it. Just do one grind
But he
size.
does crazy poor things.
I didn't do anything.
Okay, you need to see this, and you need to get your reaction
What
to this.
is going on here?
You'll see some advanced.
What?
It's
What?
advanced.
What are you doing to her?
When
The G train is tough, but the L train is worse. IMO.
You do the Sensor thing.
Oh, you do Sensor.
I don't know if not her, but I started doing Sensor at home.
Okay.
And it's really nice.
I love
It makes
Sensor.
the Z1 so much more dynamic.
Yes.
Because not so.
Yes. I agree. Yeah. I love the Sensor. You tell me. You know. Everything Sensor to me. Everything.
It's a nice drink.
Yeah, I love C1. You like C1? You like
I like
C1?
C1. Yeah, C1's great.
I love C1. Good though. I'm excited.
All right, this is some crazy stuff.
What crazy? Okay, I want to see how.
There's so
what
much
did you do? What did you do? You put
all the different grind size RPMs and
That's
then
already
the
crazy.
water recipes.
That's also crazy.
I don't know. I don't know why you guys like to brew this way. I don't like to. They like to do all this bypass stuff. I'm like, what the-
Bypass. Oh, you bypass too?
Everybody bypassed. Like this is so. It's like ew.
Now I feel bad. I didn't bypass.
No stringency.
No, it's different.
You got weak coffee.
Yeah. It's not weak. What are you talking about?
Imagine the same.
It's not weak. You cannot say it's weak.
Tastes like water.
Come on.
But okay, but you'll see this. You can wait a minute. You'll see. Yeah, no spoilers. You got to see what she does. She's gonna do some crazy stuff.
Magic.
I want to taste pieces of.
Oh, it's actually probably.
It's probably really good.
Yeah.
It sounded really nice.
It's very. It's stronger than that's what I can say.
You should taste his. I haven't even tasted your coffee yet. What the hell?
What the hell?
I haven't. I coached him on the
Yeah.
on the call, but I never tasted the
It was
coffee.
like, do better.
Come on.
Goodbye.
No, we were figuring out compulsory.
That's the fucked up stuff.
Compulsory.
Trust me, it's uncontrollable. You can't know anything, so just brew. Whatever you feel like, just go with your direction. Believe
Yeah, you
in
need
what
to
you
believe.
taste. Yeah,
Or
that's
he's
it.
telling you stuff wrong right now.
No,
on
why? I'm not
purpose.
telling you. I'm
He's
not
mind
telling
gaming
you.
you.
It is the truth. This is the truth, yeah. Okay, I'm following them for a bit. I'm watching.
Okay.
Look at Jean. Doesn't she look like a stressed parent?
Yeah.
So I should tell her to calm down.
That's stress parent right there. I guess this is on the stream, so I don't need to like. Oh, they're recording it. Yeah.
I'm really excited to drop this coffee. This is a really. Kai Johnson is a crazy person.
Let's get ready to introduce our next competitor to the stage. Also coming from the greatest city in the world, New York City, New York. Representing Bean and Bean. Everybody put your hands together for Jamie Suhu.
Hi judges, my name is Jamie, and today I want to present to you a coffee that represents the idea of convergence. So for most of my life, I struggled with finding a career path that was the right fit for me. So I tried many different disciplines, first chemistry, then data analytics, and then design, but each time struggling to find myself staying in that field. But then I found coffee, and I realized that everything was already there. Coffee is where chemistry, data, and design converge into one single cup. And today I want to demonstrate to you how those disciplines influence my approach to brewing and bring out the beauty of this washed geisha from Panama. So this coffee was grown on on Jansen Farm at an elevation of 1,700 meters. It's a washed semi-anaerobic geisha that was fermented for 48 hours in yeast and then dried for 10 days indoors. And removing the fruit before drying allows the intrinsic qualities to really shine through. And I roasted this coffee for 20 days to really get those delicate characteristics to develop nicely. And so my goal for today is to brew this coffee in a way that really maintains that clarity and highlights the delicate characteristics of the bean. So when I brew, I'm not just pouring water over the coffee, I'm orchestrating a series of molecular interactions, and understanding that chemistry was important for developing this recipe. So when during extraction, water dissolves the sugars, acids, lipids, and aromatics in the coffee, and water with high total dissolved solids binds to those flavor compounds and causes them to be extracted quicker. But for this coffee, it caused the harsh, bitter compounds to emerge. So today I'm using 0 ppm 100% distilled water. And this allows me to avoid that factor entirely, letting the volatiles like strawberry and rose to really shine through. And keeping my temperature at 93 degrees Celsius, I can slow the extraction, giving those aromatics time to develop. And today I'm also using 2 filter papers, which allow me to slow the flow rate and catch any fine particles and oils that one filter paper would have let through. And all of these decisions converge on one single outcome, which is clarity. And chemistry really helps me get there. But chemistry can only get me so far because there's so many compounds in the coffee, and chemistry can't help me predict how exactly they're going to land in the cup, but that's where data comes in. And when I developed this recipe, I tracked grind size, brew time, and sensory results, and I kept all my other variables constant with my equipment. So today I'm using the Oreo Z1 dripper, and the column shape allows for 0 pie pass every time for more consistent brews, and the mellow drip allows for even agitation for even more consistency. So tracking all of these variables, I found patterns that chemistry couldn't have helped me predict. So iteration told me that at I need a ratio of 1 to 7.27. So I start for my brew to come out very nicely. So I start with 22 grams of coffee, and I bloom with 60 grams of water to degas. And then after 1 minute, I add 100 grams of water when I found the coffee was most ready to give up its best compounds. And then after a drawdown time of 2 minutes and 20 seconds, I have a yield of 106 grams of coffee, and I'll then be adding 160 grams of bypass, or a 1 to 7.27 ratio, to bring the coffee to the right concentration. And data also told me about grind size. So I found at coarser grind sizes, the acids and aromatics could get extracted, which led to bright acidity and florality in the coffee, but I was unable to get the sugars. And then at finer grind sizes, I was able to get those sugars, which led to sweetness and body, but I was overwhelming the acidity and florality that came before. So my solution was to have 2 grind sizes in a single brew. So I have 11 grams of my coffee ground with the O grinder. So at 250 microns at a RPM of 4.5 and 11 grams of my coffee at 675 microns at 1 RPM. And this allows me to extract the compounds at their most accessible, giving me a more balanced cup, and it gives me a ratio that I can control and repeat. So data really brought me past intuition and gave me a recipe I can trust. But the final discipline that influenced my brew today is design. And for this coffee, it's the cup you'll be holding today. So I chose to serve my coffees in these cups handmade by a local flower to New York City. And the tan wash of color with bright orange is meant to emphasize the bright acidity and florality that comes through as you sip. And holding this handmade cup brings a personal element to the experience, reminding you that this is not just a cup of coffee, but a culmination of my life experiences. So when I first entered coffee, I thought I was starting something new, but really everything was already there. Nothing was wasted, it was just waiting for the right context. And when you taste, so coffee is where chemistry, data, and design finally converge. And now I'm just adding the bypass. And when you smell the aroma today, you can expect medium to high intensity, strawberry, raisin, and plum. For the flavor, you can expect when hot, raspberry, orange blossom, plum, and for when cool, rose, and that will be a medium-high intensity. And then for aftertaste, you can expect rose and orange blossom when hot, and rose and grapefruit when cool. And that will be also a medium-high intensity. And for acidity, you can expect a medium intensity of plum when hot, and when cool, yuzu. And for sweetness, you can expect high intensity and a honey-like sweetness for all temperatures. And then for mouthfeel, you can expect delicate and tea-like for all temperatures. And please, I invite you to now smell the aroma. So when you taste this coffee today, I hope you can see the beauty that emerges when science, iteration, and intention come together and finally converge. Please enjoy. 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 Time.
Give it up for Jamie! Jamie, can we have you come over this way, my friend?
Jamie!
This way. How you feeling? Did a great job up there. Is this your first year competing?
Yeah.
Okay. Talk to us about what this has been like for you. How are you feeling?
Well, I actually started hopping pretty recently, so like 2 years ago, and like Jean and her husband have been so kind to train me to like brew better, and so this has been a really great experience for me.
All right, I'm glad to hear that. So are you enjoying being in the competition space? Like the people, the vibes, the travel. I know it's a lot of work to do this, but has it been rewarding?
Yeah, it's been really interesting to meet all the competitors and like see what everyone's doing with their hobbies.
Absolutely. Well, it is a pleasure to have you. Congrats on getting your first nationals performance out the way. Is there anybody else that you would like to thank outside of your coaching staff?
Allison and Kevin. Yay.
Yeah, give it up for him. Let's not give it up for the fact that he's wearing the Nets because he's got the wrong New York team on. But you know, it's just cool. Listen, I told you. You saw what we did yesterday to the Giants. Good night. Look, good luck, y'all. Y'all got those teams. All right. Hard-hitting question, New York City edition, part 2. What is your bodega order?
I honestly don't go to the but I really like ham, egg, and cheese on bagel.
Then you gotta, or at least you gotta have like a favorite bagel shop to get that at or something like that.
Yeah, I live near a Colasar, so I go there. It's
Okay.
like not the best, but it does the show.
I mean, we all got one. Like we all got a sleeper spot in our area, so I feel that. All right, everybody, give it up for Jamie one more time. Just a brief moment.
Nice.
How about that?
That was Minecraft music for anyone wondering.
I gotta give out the just talking about, you know, they gave me the recommendation. What do you ask for? I recognize. You just, I for my roommate shot me. It's not a big deal, but they dropped something in the thing and it broke my graduate glassway. Like the tall, like.
Oh, the prank glass?
Yeah. I used to use that for my stuff. So now I have that to do fries lattes. I did fries lattes. At least the metal one I can't shatter. Just dent it, but then it still works.
Yeah. I got it.
Oh, yeah. I do actually.
I can't believe I'll just have a kibble. Camille said she was giving me a free drink. I never got my drink.
Just give me a free drink.
I promise I've had I've gone like once or twice a week. That's the only thing.
Somewhere around. I wouldn't say you're a contender.
It's gonna be a couple.
Yeah. Danny here said for one of them recommended that we get one. So we have the two
Cole can see you from the It's this camera. I can see you. Yeah.
But it generally, I believe the door set at 19, it will generally goes out at 19.5. It's good. No, right. Thank you. Yeah. It's just gotten more worn down as it's been running over the years. It used to be clear. Yeah. When I first got it, it wasn't super duper stretched up. It had like the instant eyes, so it comes in a small. The thing is cool, but now there's no eyes, so it's just I tried clearing it up with like a flame, but it's not. It works a little bit. It's more clear there, but it's good. I mean, they do that to like there's no way that they're there for that's the champion. That's the right. You win all of the special. It's like a kiss. And be patient. Yeah. It's kind of fun to just be like a champion.
Everybody, are we back? No, we're not back. Are we back? All right. We're back. We're back. Wow.
Hey, Anthony, can you give it up for our judges?
No, wait. Give it up for the judges, everybody. All right. From Denver, Colorado, representing Corvus Coffee Roasters, give it up for Joseph Lumpkin.
Time. Hello, judges. Welcome and thank you for coming. My name is Joseph. I took that breath in intentionally because the state that we're in changes what we taste. When we're quick, when we're in a rush, we often miss things. However, when we slow things down, even just a little bit, become more present, aware, and receptive of everything that's around us. Today, I'm going to show how coffee can help make that same switch. Our breath is something that's with all of us, yet most of us rarely think about. Most of us breathe between 12 and 20 times per minute. However, when someone is in a calm and relaxed state, they breathe between 5 and 7 breaths per minute. A lot of us, for coffee, we want something quick. When we go in a rush, the consumption for caffeine, for energy to really get going. While that can be fantastic, that can be great, coffee I'm going to be serving today is going to do a little bit more of the opposite. It's meant to slow you down. It will reward you when you're present, intentional, very receptive of everything around you again. I'm going to be brewing through 3 separate phases, similar to the breath. The inhale, the welcoming of water, the hold, the allowing time for transformation and development, and the exhale, the release, the let go. The coffee brewer that I have for you today is the Hardy Switch brewer. And I chose this brewer because it can switch between immersion and percolation. It can be controlled, very similar to the breath. The coffee that I chose for you comes from the misty mountains of Quindío, Colombia, from the farm Jardines del Eden. The coffee that I chose for you is an extended fermentation, naturally processed cedra.
I know, a lot of words. The process that was done at Hardiness Deleted for this coffee was done by Felipe Arcila. It is meant to accentuate the texture and the fruitiness of the coffee while paying respect to the genetics of the Cedro. The Cedro varietal is known for its sweetness, structured acidity, and also fruity notes while maintaining clarity in the coffee. My brew recipe for you folks is a 1:15 ratio, 16 grams in, and 3 separate pours. My first pour, the inhale, is 40 grams of water at 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Again, think of this as the welcoming of water at the inhale, where this coffee begins to slowly wake up. But for the bloom, when a lot of the carbon dioxide gases are being released from this coffee. At the end of the bloom, there's a short release before I begin my second pour of this coffee. The second pour, the hold, also at 200 degrees Fahrenheit. However, this time it's 100 grams worth of water. This is where a lot of the fruity and texture, fruity note and texture that was started at Hardiness Deleted is really accentuated. It was very important to Felipe that all the processing for this coffee was done at Hardiness Deleted, the cooler microclimate in Quindio, because the lower temperatures there help slow down the fermentation process of this coffee to make more deeper, richer flavor profile for this coffee. This immersion hold is held for 1 full minute before moving on to the final pour. The final pour, the exhale, the release, the let go, is also of 100 grams worth of water. This time at a lower temperature of 180 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's meant to slow down the extraction of this coffee while maintaining the clarity in the cup. The water recipe that I have for you has a lower alkalinity and hardness to add for more space for the clarity of this coffee to come out, so it doesn't become muted or heavy. Onto the flavor descriptors. For aroma, medium high intensity, notes of chocolate, red apple, cherry, and rose. For flavor, medium high intensity, at hot, notes of chocolate, cherry, apple, and rose. As it cools, notes of red apple, cherry, rose, and watermelon. For aftertaste, medium long finish that lingers gently while hot. Notes of dark chocolate, of cherry, and rose. As it cools, notes of cherry, rose, and watermelon. For acidity, medium high intensity, notes of malic and citric acidity. At hot, notes of red apple and blood orange. As it cools, notes of red apple, blood orange, and tangerine. For sweetness, high intensity, For sweetest, high intensity. At hot, notes of watermelon and wildflower honey. As it cools, notes of watermelon, wildflower honey, and a little bit of honeydew in there as well. For mouthfeel, at hot, more of a velvety mouthfeel that coats your whole palate. And as it cools, transforms to more of like a silky mouthfeel that is more well-rounded. Also, correction for the aftertaste. As for it cools, notes of cherry, rose, and red grape. Thank you, judges. Judges, I'm going to ask that you assess the aroma for this coffee from the carafe itself, and later waiting to taste this coffee until after I've called time. This is for you, Fran. Thank you. This is for you, Fran. Thank you. This is for you, Fran. Thank you. Can you take this? Thank you. Can you take this? Thank you. Can you take this? Judges, I want to take a moment to acknowledge my excitement of being here. Honestly, I've been wanting to do Brewers Cup since before I was a barista. This is a dream really coming true. And to be able to do that with a coffee from the farm that I've been fortunate to visit, that introduced me to high quality specialty coffee, has been a dream of mine, so thank you for sharing that with me. But before we take our first sip of this coffee, I would ask that we take one intentional breath in together. An inhale, breathing in, holding for one moment for transformation, and an exhale, release, and let go. Now that you have become more intentional with yourselves, I ask that you give that same intention to this coffee. Thank you, judges. Bye.
Let's give it up for Joe. Come on down this way, my friend. Come on with me. Great workout there.
Thank you.
How you feeling?
Feeling good. Still a little nervous, but I feel like I said slowly working its way through my body.
Nice. That being directed to help kind of loosen it up a little bit?
I like to think so. I hope so.
Great.
I'm a little more grounded.
I'm talking. Is this your first time?
Yes, sir.
All right. What lets you just ended your routine saying that you wanted to be a Brewers competitor since before you were a barista?
Yes, sir.
What drew you to this?
I'd say I feel like it's a great reflection in one of the purest forms of having coffee, a routine that so many people start the day off throughout this world, and it's a great reflection in one of the purest forms of it. Yet also going through the training process for this, realizing how many variables it can be and how different it really can be. Yeah.
Word. Okay. So with this being your first season, tell us what the preparation process looked like for you. How was it?
Preparation process was fun, challenging. I was fortunate to have like a huge team behind me, from the owners of Corpus Coffee, Phil and Autumn, and the coach, Alex, whoever he is over there, my girlfriend listening to my script and helping me out with it more nights than I'm sure she would too. Yeah, getting up early, staying up late, but just working with so many people that I had, I wouldn't be able to be here without, honestly, everyone who supported me.
Absolutely. Man, it is always great to have a team behind you. Shout out to every single person that was a part of making this happen. Congrats on your first time. And now are you ready for our hard-hitting question?
Absolutely.
What I need to know from you, there's no right answer, but there's a right answer. I need your rankings. Top 3 ways to enjoy a potato.
Top 3 ways, holy crap. That is a hard question. My girlfriend, Peruvian, potatoes are from there. So like potatoes are like the #1 food in our house.
All right, so I need to know the number 3 ways to do it.
All right, I can't go a particular order off the top of the dome. I'm gonna go mashed potatoes. That's gotta be up there. Very nostalgic, grew up with that. Really good crispy French fries that are soft and supple on the inside.
Okay.
Exactly, has
So
texture.
you're a double fry.
Texture variance,
Okay, gotcha.
exactly.
Okay.
Nice and salty. And also like a good solid, just like roasted potato. It's hard to beat, and that you can also enjoy it up whatever spices you want on there. Olive oil, butter, a lot of salt, pepper, etc.
Okay, so I got one follow-up question since you threw French fries in there.
All right.
What company is the superior French fries?
I might have to go with Wendy's.
See, I know I like you, dog. Good answer, good answer. Everybody, give it up one more time for Joe. Congratulations, man. Thank you so much. All right, y'all, we will be back with our next competitor in just a few moments.
Where did Rico just go?
love. Yeah, because I know my kids like this. It's just worth it. But yes, different thoughts. Yeah, I have different thoughts. Yeah, it really was so. I come here excited. I'm back very excited.
How you doing, baby?
I think the judges are already ready. Yeah, she's got 30 more seconds.
I got you. Welcome back to the 2026 United States Brewers Cup. We ready? All right, I hope y'all enjoyed that little commercial break because I got more commercials for you. Can we give it up for our sponsors really quickly? Roastronics, Pacific Foods Barista Series, Black and White Coffee Roasters, Blue Water, Slow Pour Supply, and Option O. We have our next competitor ready on the stage. We have our judges ready to my side. Can we give it up all the way from Tacoma, Washington? From Olympia Coffee, give it up for Raina Kaleo.
Everybody situated, feeling cozy? Excellent. Get comfortable. It's going to be an exciting 10 minutes. Can I get my music? The SCI standard for water is laid out in parts per million, pH, alkalinity, and hardness. Now, each of us could create water to match the standard, right? But we would end up with various recipes and vastly different results. What if, instead of this universal standard, we took a look at our source of flavors, origin, and matched the water that was used there? I believe that we can unlock a coffee's flavor by simply customizing our water to match the source. And in just a few minerals, we could go anywhere and unlock anywhere's terroir. So where are we going today? We're headed to the east side of the Big Island of Hawaii, Kona, where Monarch Coffee sits at 2,200 feet above sea level. There, producers Abby and Sal Muniz hand-picked the ripest Pacamara cherries and then sealed them immediately in a CO2 flush tank for 48 hours after harvest. During this time, they experienced intracellular fermentation, called carbonic maceration. And after that, they were laid out to dry in the Kona sun for 30 days, and flavor cured in husk for 60. Our director of coffee, Jacob, roasted this coffee on the 17th in his Ikawa roaster, using a 6-minute and 15-second total roast time, a 401-degree drop temperature, and a 12% development to roast ratio, highlighting the tropical fruit notes created in processing. Then it was sealed in bags with a one-way valve to control the off-gassing. But enough about our coffee. Olu ikawai, or water is life in Hawaii. We learned from an incredibly young age that water in Hawaii is precious. It takes years for it to filter through the volcanic rocks, to become naturally enriched with minerals, and to filter into the aquifer. There's no water like it anywhere else in the world. For today's brew water, I am trying to bring it to you. I created a custom mineral blend using 110 ppm to replicate the water to grow this coffee and to optimize its flavor profile. You can follow along in those menus in front of you, and please take them with you when you leave. All right, so what's in the water? Magnesium comes from volcanic rocks as well as deep sea water. A blend of magnesium citrate and chloride will highlight the tropical fruit notes and the clean and vibrant acidity in this coffee. Then, sodium chloride in the form of red LIA sea salt harvested off of Kona shores will reduce our bitterness and amplify the inherent sweetness in our coffee. This salt, colored red with volcanic clay, will add trace minerals that are characteristic of Hawaii's unique terroir. Then, Hawaii's iconic red dirt adds potassium to our water as well. Potassium chloride will enhance the sweetness and bodying the aftertaste. And potassium bicarbonate buffers our water to neutralize any unwanted acidity in our cups, as well as the bitterness. Now, the last ingredient is added to all of Hawaii's water thanks to the volcanic rock base. It's silicone dioxide, also known as silica, which will add viscosity and mouthfeel without imparting any flavors. All right, as you can see, I've started brewing already. Our brew recipe today is a 1:17 ratio, using 14 grams of coffee and 240 grams of 198-degree water. This is optimized for extraction without extracting too many of the polyphenols and tannins created in our coffee during processing. I'm using the Hario switch grower to maximize our diffusion time while still maintaining a fast and efficient brew. Our brew today begins with a 30-second bloom, using 50 grams of water and 5 seconds of stirring, which will ensure our slurry is fully saturated. This vigorous bloom will expedite the extraction of our acids as well as the volatile aromatics, increasing your perception of the aroma, flavor, and acidity in those cups. Now, our second pour, which will bring our total to 240 grams, will ensure that our slurry is fully saturated and actively extracting while the high concentration gradient moves out of the filter, ensuring that we don't over-extract. Once I've got all of my water on, I flip up the switch and I'll be steeping until 1 minute and 45 seconds to ensure the extraction of our slower moving particles, like sugars and carbohydrates, which will increase the sensation of mouthfeel in your cup. Then, thanks to our permeable Sivers Speed 3 filters, we're able to achieve a fast drawdown of 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And this will add clarity to our coffee thanks to the porosity of our filter's make. Now, go ahead and flip your menu cards over, and you can follow along there for a full sensory breakdown, okay? Are you ready to take note? Excellent. So the aroma will be medium intensity. And this will be notes of light fruity red wine, like Gamay if you know it, hog juice, or passion orange guava if you didn't grow up with it, red licorice, and hints of red wine. Excuse me, hints of Meyer lemon zest. I already talked about red wine. Then our flavor will be medium intensity to start and increase to medium high as this cools. Hot, it's going to be like pineapple gummy candies, passion fruit, fruity red wine, then warm. We'll move into guava jam and raspberries. And cool, this becomes hog juice and red sangria. Then for your aftertaste, you'll experience it at medium intensity. While hot, it is juicy, like pineapples, ripe pineapples, and slightly dry, like red wine. Then as it cools, you'll experience red fruit leather. Your acidity will be medium-high intensity to start, and this will decrease to medium as it cools. While hot, it is citric, like fresh pineapples. And as this cools, we add in malic acidity. So malic and citric, like guavas. Then we have our sweetness, which will be medium-high intensity to start and increase to high as it cools. Hot, this will be candy-like, like pineapple gummy bears. And red licorice. Warm, it transforms to pineapple jam. And red vermouth, an aromatized red wine. And cool, it'll become cooked fruit sugars. The mouthfeel will be medium-low intensity with a lightweight and silky mouthfeel. Then as this cools, it becomes soft and satiny in texture with an increased medium lightweight. Now, as I serve you, Please wait for my call time to enjoy. I've chosen to serve you in these Pinot Origami cups, chosen for their thin flared lip and their rounded body to enhance the sweetness and tropical fruit notes. All I ask is that you sip directly from the cup once, but you can evaluate with a spoon otherwise. Now, in just a few sips, you'll be transported to Hawaii. In just a few moments, we'll take you there. Please enjoy. Time.
Let's give it up for Raina. Raina, come on down this way. How you feeling? How you feeling?
Okay. A little sweaty.
It happens. North Carolina does that sometimes to us.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back.
Thanks.
How's it feel being up there again?
It's a lot more nerve-wracking than I remember. Yeah. Can I go grab my water?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Take a bite. All right. Water, hydration. Very, very important. Okay. More nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Why? I feel like you're right at this.
I think you take a couple of years off, you take like a season off, and you're like, oh my god, I don't want to get into the prep.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm sure you feel this way
I was
also.
like, yep, you said that. No, wait.
Yeah.
You're right. Well,
Yeah.
how does it feel for you to be back? What was this return like for you?
You know, it has been fun. It's a lot different of a competition than what I'm used to. You show up, and there's like 2 ingredients, and like you stand and you talk and you brew coffee, which is like awesome, and what we do for our jobs all the time. But like, oh my god, I don't need 7 suitcases.
Yeah. I was like, that feels great. Doesn't
Yeah.
it? Like that check bag feels way different now, right?
I don't have to go to like 6 grocery stores looking for the right milk.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
It's much easier. It's so much easier.
So nice.
I still don't know if I can do it. But you're right. So much easier. So now that you've done both Barista and Brewers, which one do you think you enjoyed more?
I think from a preparation standpoint, Brewers Cup is more enjoyable.
Okay.
But I think from like a technical standpoint, there's like something about the minutia of barista competition where I'm like, oh man.
Okay.
And then SIGs kind of falls right in the middle.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'll ever do SIG, but like,
Really
do I
fun.
want to drink everybody's SIGs beverages? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you give us the background?
So I got Instagram ad targeted. This shipped from Germany
Okay.
during like the peak of tariff time. And I was like, is this gonna make it? I don't know. And it showed up. If I could have QP brand sponsorship, I would.
Right.
We go through approximately 500 grams a month at my house with me and just my husband.
QP, are you listening?
QP
If you're not-
should be
if
listening.
you're not, we're gonna tag you on everything on social. Everybody hashtag at USCC 2026 and also tag QP, please and thank you. Let's make this happen.
Sponsored by QP 2027.
All right, see?
I like
See,
this.
that's another way to get those check bags paid for. I'm just saying, you could do it.
QP could get you upgraded to like first class probably.
They can get you upgraded to first class because you're clearly already making it happen. All right, so close off. Ready for my hard-hitting question?
Yeah.
Okay. What is your starter Pokemon?
What generation are we talking about?
What is your starter Pokemon?
What is my starter Pokemon? Torchic.
Yes! Flamebird, let's do it!
Firebird.
Everybody, give it up one more time for Raina! I promise you guys the commercial break this time will not be as long. Please sit tight.
Amazing.
Good. I've decided to do some live streaming.
This is you.
Yeah, this is mine. Do you go today? Tomorrow, okay. Somebody asked. We had a few people in the chat ask when you were going. I don't know, just like random people online asking if you were when you were going.
Simba is
Tomorrow
right
also.
before me.
Yeah.
And then who's earlier?
Jamie went earlier. Or yeah, Pat goes tomorrow. Everybody else goes tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, feels good. Right.
Yeah, that's. I think.
I almost actually Damien. You know Damien?
No.
Grind that up.
Brian won. Damien.
Yeah. Maybe I do. I don't
yesterday.
know. Oh. Okay.
They're my him and Anna are my coaches. But we tried dialing in the typical.
Yeah. It's really
Straight
nice.
up like Pinot Noir. But
I don't know. I'm like, man, people are competing with like really expensive coffee.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's a beautiful
Yeah.
coffee.
It's a good coffee, but it's like there are levels to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, there's a little bit of that access situation.
This is Tony. He's from the Bay Area, but he lives in Hong Kong. His coffee is like probably the most normal coffee out of everyone so far. It's just I think it's just like a wash bourbon ahi, or it's just from Jose Salazar. It's just like a super straightforward coffee. It's really nice. He did a practice run and I got to taste his coffee. It was pretty good. He roasted it. So he has like a coffee roastery in Hong Kong, I think. So he just like is here. Or he's like in between.
I promised you it wouldn't be that long. Are we ready for our next competitor? Coming all the way from the Bay, San Francisco, California, representing himself. Give it up for Tony Chen!
Hi judges, good afternoon. My name is Tony. So I really wanted to share what always draws me to coffee, is that there's no one universal way to brew coffee. As much as I want to say that V60 is the best way to make any cup of coffee, that's simply not true. Just from today, you can see that there are plenty of new and different ways to brew coffee. And that's what makes coffee so exciting, is that we, as baristas, we have the responsibility to decode this coffee like a puzzle, to figure out how we can brew it so that we can bring out all the great characteristics and so that we can serve this and share it with our customers. So today I would love to share with you this coffee that I have today. It is a Colombia Huila. It's an ají varietal. And this coffee was from the farm Finca La Vaca, which is at 1650 meters above sea level. And the producer is Jose Salazar. So Jose, at his farm, he discovered this varietal one day because he primarily grows pink bourbon. So with this ají, he one day discovered that there was a new plant growing in his farm, and it had very particular notes of chili pepper from the coffee cherry. So he decided to name this varietal ají bourbon, ají for the chili pepper part, and bourbon because he thought it was a descendant of the pink bourbon plant. But through different competitions like COE and genetic testing, he actually realized that this coffee is a hybrid cross between a Congo geisha and an Ethiopia landrace varietal. So this coffee, he decided to name it ají because it has nothing to do with bourbon. So this coffee underwent a wash process, and the first time that I drank it, I really loved all the different acidic notes, the spiciness and the fragrance, as well as those fruity citrus notes. And with that came the challenge. Here's a new puzzle. How can we brew this coffee so that we can really bring out all these delicious flavors for our customers? So today I will be sharing with you all the different pieces of the puzzle that we will be looking at today. So with this coffee, I roasted it on a Stronghold S7. So the Stronghold, not only does it have convective heat, but it also has halogen radiant heat. And this really allows me to, throughout even a quick roast, be able to penetrate that green coffee and get development from the inside as well as the outside, therefore bringing much more complex flavors versus a traditional drum roaster. Furthermore, I extended the Maillard phase in order to get a lot of those fruity, delicate notes to come out while limiting the development to 50 seconds so that I could keep and maintain a lot of those great acids in the coffee. So today, I will be brewing with the V60, and I will be using 15 grams of coffee to 225 grams of water. So I chose the V60 because of all the different brew methods. I still found that with percolation of the V60, it can really bring out the complex flavor notes of this coffee. So right now, with my first pour, I'm adding 30 grams and doing a 40-second bloom so that we can get all those carbon dioxide molecules out, which would inhibit extraction. So the next piece of the puzzle, I will be adding 3 more pours of 65 grams of water into the brew bed. So the purpose of this is that I want to really take advantage of the V60 percolation. I want to always be adding fresh hot water into the brew bed so that this hot water can really help extract my acids that I want from this coffee. Today I'm also using the Fellow Stag kettle, and this kettle really allows me to control the speed at which I pour, because I want a slower speed rate of flow so that I can really have that nice percolation. So the next piece of our puzzle is our water. Water is very important to coffee. Today I'm using a distilled water plus aqua code minerals at a 100 ppm TDS. So the great thing about aqua code is it has all those great minerals that we often look at when we brew coffee, such as calcium, magnesium, potassium, sodium. But the great thing about aqua code is 2 things. One is that its magnesium concentration is higher than that of other minerals. So and magnesium is really great for bringing out a lot of great floral and acidic sort of flavors. Secondly, aqua code has no buffer, so that can help me prevent the water from dulling down the acids. Today I'm using 94-degree water from my kettle. I'm choosing a temperature that is a little higher than the typical temperature because I want that clarity of flavor and want those acids to really pop. So with that, judges, these are our pieces of the puzzle for the way that we brewed today for this Aki varietal. So we'll take this off and we can first smell the aroma straight from the carafe. So I will ask you that when I give this carafe to you, you can swirl it 3 times and then take a smell of the aroma. So in terms of the aroma that we will be experiencing today, we will experience a medium intensity of white florals like orange blossom, peach, and lime.
Can't put that on the table yet. But, so they can bring the card in?
Here you are. Enjoy. Here you are. Enjoy. And enjoy that while I prepare our cups for today. Are you guys ready? Awesome. So the final piece of our puzzle will be the cups that we'll be serving from today. So today we are using the Harmony cup from Origami. And what you'll see with this cup is it has a flared out lip, much like a wine glass. And this allows, when you're drinking, for the aroma and the liquid to spread very evenly across the palate. And this will give you very complex sensations of all the different florals and acids and flavors. So if I may, I can take this back and pour it in. May I? Thank you. All right. So a little overview of the flavors that we'll be tasting today, if you can write this down. In terms of the flavor, you'll be experiencing a medium intensity of orange blossom, peach, and navel orange. And as this cools, a lot of that acidity will turn more rounded. So you'll still have a medium intensity of flavor, but you'll experience more tangerine and sweet peach. In terms of the aftertaste. So the aftertaste, when hot, will have a medium intensity of peach and orange blossom. And then as it cools, that will turn into more of a medium intensity of sweet orange and honey. Now for the acidity, which is my favorite, the acidity today will have a medium-high intensity of citric acid, so flavors like lime and orange, as well as tartaric acid, so flavors such as peach and pineapple. In terms of the sweetness, we have a medium intensity of honey, and that will turn into a medium-high intensity of brown sugar as it cools. And finally, in terms of the mouthfeel, it will have a medium intensity that is juicy and smooth. And as that cools, it will turn more silky and medium intensity. So judges, I will ask you to taste when I call time. There you are, thank you. There you are, thank you. There you are, thank you. Thank you so much for decoding this coffee with me today. Time.
Let's give it up for Tony! Tony, feel free to make it over this way so we can do our post-game interview.
Congrats. How you feeling?
Good.
Good. Talk to us. Competing independently. What does that look like for you?
So I'm actually from Hong Kong. So I have a coffee. I grew up in the U.S., but I have a coffee business in China. So it's called Morse Coffee. But when I compete, I come to the U.S. I don't have a company here. So
Okay, so independent by name, but I'm sure you have some people behind you that help this process in some capacity, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right. You wanna talk to them for a moment?
So yeah, I'd definitely love to thank my wife, who's always been super supportive through the coffee journey. We've been doing coffee together for over 10 years. And then also my team, who's helped with tasting the coffee and testing a lot of different roasts and everything. So really blessed.
Absolutely. All right. Lastly, I have to give you a hard-hitting question. Of course. What is your go-to karaoke song?
Ooh. I'd have to say I always go for Living on a Prayer.
Nice. First verse, not playing. Everybody give it up for Tony, y'all. All right, we will be back in just a few with our next competitor.
School.
Yeah, just you can sit down. Yeah. And then whenever they go away, that's when you can go back in there.
Good job.
Thank you.
That's good.
First time, so
Yeah.
see how it goes.
I think you entered with like the most normal coffee out of everyone. It's
Oh, yeah?
straight washed, like yeah.
I had an anaerobic, but I just felt like
Yeah.
it's too fruity. Too fruity.
I'm just waiting on your cue. That's all. You still got time.
Yeah, 3 more minutes. Yeah. Well, they added 3 minutes for our setup time. That's why it feels so awkward. I'm trying to get used to it. It's so long. We had 8 minutes of setup time for 10 minutes of comedy.
I mean, hey,
Whatever. I was just like, that's the new rule, but it feels so long.
hey, tell them to give us 3 more barista too. That'd be great.
Well, it's because, before they didn't have to use the grinder on stage, and for this one, we didn't make them do it, but moving forward, they'll have to use a grinder on stage.
So that's why they get extra 3 minutes, right?
And I wanted to encourage people to go ahead and start doing it, because we know that's what's going to happen at Worlds. So I kept the times the same that Worlds going to be, so that they can get the vibe for it.
Got it.
Because, I want them to be ready for Worlds.
Right. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. But right now, because they can still use their own grinder and they're up here with like pre-ground coffee, it just feels like forever.
Yo, I felt bad for the one that was like running for a while. It was just like degassing for like ever. Right before the break. I was like, wonder.
And that's the choice they made. They don't get 8 minutes. All the choices.
See how it goes.
Welcome back to the 2026 United States Brewers Cup. Are we ready for our next competitor? Hailing all the way from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, representing Commonplace Coffee, please put your hands together for Danny Munoz!
try my music, please? That sounds right. Can we put it back? Please, thank you. Time. Welcome. My name is Danny Munoz, and today I want to share with you the idea that has shaped not only how I brew coffee, but how I learned to belong in this industry. Caring comes from listening. I formulated this idea through my experience as an outsider, someone who grew up between countries, cultures, and languages. There were many moments when I didn't have the right words, so I learned to listen to people, to places, and eventually to coffee. Listening became the way I understood the world, and the more I listened, the clearer everything becomes. So every decision I made for you in this service, from the coffee, to the roast, to the brewing technique, comes from listening. I'm serving a deep purple, a bourbon natural anaerobic from Finca de Oro. Jamison Savage Farm in Volcan, Panama. This coffee undergoes extended fermentation and shade dry for over 30 days. This careful fermentation creates a bold experience in flavors and aromas, while preserving the clarity in the cup. I roasted this coffee with the intention to highlight the natural structure by paying attention to how the flavors unfold during roasting. So I tailor a 14% developed time to enhance the sweetness, extend the aftertaste, and keep the bright acidity. I'm brewing on the orilla before. I selected this brewer because I listened to the coffee, the history, the structure, and the complexity. And I want a tool that lets those qualities come through clearly. The flat bottom geometry of this dripper creates a uniform coffee bed and minimizes channeling. This is a stable, predictable flow rate, which helps me achieve even extraction of soluble sugars by enhanced sweetness and complexity. And that's exactly what I want from my coffee. Combined with the Series, a high uniformity filter, which reduces bypass. In order to express my coffee, I'm dosing 18 grams of coffee with 225 grams of water. This dose creates enough resistance for a consistent flow rate. It helps me achieve even extraction. I'm brewing at 203 degrees Fahrenheit to balance extraction efficiency and preserve those delicate florals. I use a low magnesium water recipe because magnesium increases extraction intensity. By reducing it, I improve clarity and flavor separation. I'm using 4 pours, starting with 50 grams of water to release all the gases that are trapped in my coffee. The second and third pour will be the 60 grams of water to build sweetness and extraction. And the last one, the remaining 55 grams of water to balance the acidity. I ground this coffee at 700 microns for extraction efficiency and prevent over-extraction. The brew time will be 2 minutes and 30 seconds, long enough to enhance sweetness, but short enough to prevent dry compounds, compress flavor separation. And now, let me guide you through the experience. Please write down and notice the clarity. For aroma, you will experience medium plus of plum, cherry, muscadine, and white tea. For flavors, medium plus. When hot, you experience plum, cherry, eucalyptus. When warm, you will experience cooked pineapple. And when it cools, you will have cherry, licorice, the aftertaste will experience medium plus, when hot, cherry, white tea, when warm, you will experience jasmine, and when it cools, cherry, mandarin, correction, and white tea. And it will linger through all temperatures. The acidity, that will be medium plus. When hot and warm, you will experience mild, like cherry. And when it cools, it will become hard, like white grape. Let's go in my favorite, the sweetness. Medium. When hot, you will experience in hot and warm. Sugar, like honey. And when it cools, become medium plus, like sugar cane. The last one, the mouthfeel. Medium plus. When hot and warm, you will have silky and smooth. And when it cools, you will experience smoother. To evaluate the aroma, please circulate the carafe and bring it closer to your nose. And remember, the aroma in my coffee, it will be plum, cherry, muscovado, and white tea. This is for you, please enjoy. This is for you, please enjoy. And this is for you, please enjoy. I will be right back. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is the last step in my intention to reduce noise and let the coffee speak clearly. I'm serving this coffee on the origami harmony cup. It shapes concentrates aromas and directs the coffee to the center of the tone. The color painting increase the perception of sweetness and balance. The ceramic material creates a thermal stability, allowing the coffee gradually cool down, enhances sweetness and complexity. You are welcome to evaluate my coffee when I finish my time. Let's start from here. This is for you, please enjoy. This is for you, please enjoy. And this is for you, please enjoy. My guests, this routine is not just about to grow a cup of coffee. It's about the time we listen to every single part of the coffee journey. Today, I'm honored to share with you this extraordinary coffee, shaped by the lessons I learned from listening to all the people behind me. And through that, finding clarity in both, in the coffee and in myself. It's been a true honor to share my journey with you. Thank you, and that's my time.
Let's give it up for Joey! Come on this way, right? I got you.
It's really good.
Good, man. Hope you're proud of yourself. That was lovely.
Thank you so much.
Is this your first year?
Yes.
Okay.
So welcome to.
How did it go?
Pardon?
How did it go?
It looked lovely, man. I mean, I'm coming to ask you how it went. How'd you feel?
I feel pumped, like a lot of excitement, but grateful for just the liver. I'm still like shaking, but no, just grateful for the team, everybody at home watching in Pittsburgh. Say hi. My wife has been supporting me a lot. Hugo, Team Indy, Justin. It's been great. It's been a full, just overwhelmed. Yeah.
There's been a few first-time competitors up here today, and it's been beautiful to see how many of you guys have had like a really good supportive team. Not only of people behind you, but people that have done this before. Like that feels very new to competition nowadays, and I love that the support and the community is really showing in what you guys are doing up there. So beautiful work. Congratulations. Are you ready? Because I gotta ask everybody a hard-hitting question, and I need you to be prepared for this one. This is serious. It's serious business, okay? What I need from you is what's the best flavor of jelly?
Ooh. I think pineapple, but I can
Whoa!
taste
I
it.
was not expecting that. Whoa! Okay. Pineapple. I'm gonna try it out.
Yeah.
Is that I use that in a PB&J, or is that gotta go on something else?
No, you can try everything.
All right. Pineapple jelly it is. Everybody, please give it up one more time for Danny. Oh yes, I know. I got you.
Baby.
That's cheating. Can't use help up here.
They didn't see it.
here pretty quickly. Welcome back to the 2026 United States Brewers Cup. Audience, are y'all ready for y'all next competitor? Okay. So this person didn't have to travel far apparently. They're from Raleigh, North Carolina, from this company called Black and White Coffee Roasters. Never heard of them. Give it up for Kyle. Give it up for Kyle Ramage, everybody.
Good to see you again. Oh, my mic's live. That's awesome. Live. All righty. Whenever you're ready with that music, Evan. Up just a little for me. Beautiful. And every opportunity. So today we're going to embrace that risk in 4 separate and distinct ways. The first of which being our first drink component. I have to introduce you to Jose Manuel Gallardo and his Finca Duo Natural Geisha. Jose embraced risk by taking a once abandoned cattle farm and turning it into one of Panama's most prestigious geisha estates. The second is in the audience, actually. I'd like to introduce you to Edinson Argote and his advanced natural geisha. Edinson embraced risk by leaving an incredible opportunity, working for one of the most forward-thinking producers on the planet, to bet on himself, to move to Huila, Colombia, and to start Cabritas Coffee Farm. The third lives 100% with me. That first coffee we talked about, the Neguo, was harvested in 2017, meaning it's been in a freezer at Black and White for 9 years. Apparently, for a time, just like today. And the fourth is the fun part, it's you three. Without your knowledge, I conscripted you into a game. I prepared 3 separate and distinct blend versions of this coffee today. Today we're going to let the dice decide what we brew. Judge number 1, you've been assigned the most red-fruited version. This is 60% Edinson Argote and 40% Neguo. Judge number 2, you've been assigned the most tropical, 50% beach coffee. Judge number 3, you've been assigned the most citric, 60% Neguo and 40% Edinson. So, what did the dice decide? Oh, Judge number 1, I believe you are the winner. That means today we'll be brewing 60% Edinson Argote, 40% Neguo Natural. Now, in order to give you an amazing customer service experience and a coffee you won't ever forget, it's the goal at least, I believe in some tools and techniques. The first tool is the brewer we've chosen today. This is the Hario Neo Switch Brewer. This brewer is unique for 2 reasons. First of which is this unique valve at the bottom that allows you to switch between immersion and percolation style brewing. Just there. The second is the very material it's made from. It's made from a polymer called Triton, which is incredibly temperature stable, giving our brews more consistency from cup to cup, but also more consistency from finished cup, from hot to cold. The second is the filter paper. Chose to use Citrus Fast Wave papers. These filter papers have a higher flow rate, which promotes a higher protection of acidity, unlocking tropical fruit-like flavor in our finished cup. But you may have noticed, this is a flat bottom filter in that conical shaped brewer. That's where this comes in. Work with Kinsey Shade to create what we call the booster seat. You see it sits right at the bottom where the filter paper meets the cone, giving us a more consistent pedestal and therefore a more consistent flow rate. This shows up in our finished cup as intense sweetness. The water is one of my own creations. It starts with the base Black and White house water. It's adjuncted with 4 drops of Apex Labs Tonic Mineral Concentrate. Apex Tonic is a mineral concentrate that promotes perception of acidity, which in our finished cup gives us fresh fruit-like flavors. The grinder is an old standby for me. It's the Makuni EK43. This grinder's unique burr architecture gives us more clarity of flavor and a more intense aromatic experience. The method itself is also one of my own creation. I call it hybrid polish immersion. Broken into 3 stages. I'll walk you through them. The first stage is the hybrid stage. The first 100 milliliter pour is held in the brewer for 50 seconds before being released. We found this gives intense clarity of flavor. The second stage is the immersion section, which is 2 100 milliliter pours. They're at 1 minute intervals. They're held in the brewer until 3 minutes, which brings us to the last. This is the polish. At 3 minutes, I'll open the valve, polishing that immersion brew back through that paper filter, giving us a tactile sensation we're more accustomed to, but also amazing clarity of flavor. This is a 1 to 15 brew ratio. 20 grams of coffee to 300 milliliters of water. 20-second drawdown after the open. It's a total brew time of 3 minutes and 20 seconds. We'll be evaluating the aroma directly from the craft. This craft is unique. It's turbine shaped. As you swirl it, it incorporates the coffee, making it more consistent, but also having a more intense aromatic experience. So, those aroma notes. Please write down medium high intensity. Red fruits like cherry and raspberry. Tropical fruits like mango. Citrus like lemon and lime. And florals like cherry blossom, subtle jasmine. I'll place the craft down in front of you as you swirl 5 times. Bring it to your nose, make your evaluation. And when you're done, just place it back in front of you and we'll move right along. All good? Okay, move along. The next portion will honestly go relatively quickly, so feel free to just look down at your paper and write your notes. It won't hurt my feelings. You'll be good. Thank you so much. For flavor, we have a medium-high intensity. Broken into 4 categories. Red fruit, like cherry and raspberry. Tropical, like mango. Citrus, like lemon lime. And floral, like cherry blossom and jasmine. At each temperature stage, a different set of characteristics will come into focus. At its hottest, will be dominated by red fruit, while the others will be subtle. At warm, will be dominated by tropical fruits, while the other 2 remain subtle. And at coolest, will be citric and floral. Aftertaste is long and lingering between each sip, following a similar pattern to our flavor. At its hottest, will be red fruited and subtly floral. At warm, tropical and subtly floral. And at cool, you guessed it, citric and floral. Acidity will be medium intensity, medium high intensity, going all the way up to high, cool. It is a complex acidity, having malic, tartaric, and citric acid throughout the brew. In a similar fashion before, at each temperature stage, a different one will come into focus. At its hottest, it'll be mallow, like red cherry. At warm, it'll be tartaric, like fresh mango. And at cool, it'll be citric, like lemon lime. Sweetness will be medium intensity, falling ever so slightly to medium low. At its hottest, it will be like cooked fruit. At warm, fresh fruits. And at cool, fruit juice. Mouthfeel. Be medium intensity. At its hottest, be round and soft. At warm, silky and smooth. And cool, juicy. We'll be evaluating from the Orient Sinks cups today. Please wait until I call time to evaluate. Thank you so much. These cups have incredible aroma and flavor and aroma are always linked together. Judges, risk is inevitable. Failure is inevitable, but often on the other side of your greatest risk is your greatest accomplishment. So take these dice with you to remember that no single casting die will ever decide your fate. Time.
Let's give it up for Kyrie! Come on. Hold on, we gotta guess. Man, we got 3 cows on stage right now. I can't believe it.
Yo, what's fun?
What's fun?
Yeah, how many games have y'all seen played on stage? I'm gonna guess it's 0. It's fun, man. I had a good time with it.
Okay. I got one for you, dude.
Send it.
We've hosted events here before.
Yeah.
You've always been very adamant to not compete here.
Yeah, I didn't have a whole lot of choice.
Exactly. Talk to me. How did it feel to do the hometown thing?
Man, I'll be really honest with you, setup was really taxing. Because like the buildings that have this much power in them, it's very challenging to get all the work on at the same time and all the good stuff. So as we're trying to get all these circuits to be live, I was like, okay, cool, which hat do I wear right now? The competitor hat or the host hat? So it was a bit of a tricky balance. But it was fun. We got it all working. We haven't had really much issue today, which has been awesome.
Yes, sir. This is now year 4 Brewers?
I think it's 5. I think I did 1 for Jubala, 1 for Mount Koenig, and then I think I did 3 in a row for Black and White.
All right. Okay, cool.
I did the first 2 were really bad.
For 3.
The first 2 were really bad. Yeah.
Cool. So it's the 3rd year.
Yeah.
Cool. What separates this year for you from the previous 2?
I had a little bit more fun this time around. I really wanted to do something that was interesting and engaging and try to give the judges something they've never really experienced before. And I kind of came upon this idea of risk, and honestly, everyone told me not to do it. If I'm very honest, including Matt, who's like my coach and is around the Brewers Cup a decent amount. So it was fun though. The coffee's just really. I actually had a whole different plan, focusing on legacy. Working with kind of some legacy producers over the years, but the Edmonton's coffee just spoke to me. That's him, by the way, if you're curious. Yeah, being better at brewing just makes you a better taster, and being a better taster makes you a better buyer, and being a better buyer makes, I don't know, something happen.
Okay, all right. So we shouted out Edison.
Yeah.
We also got to talk about Ocho because
yes,
that's another important through line.
I didn't tell him that I was going to do this because I was scared he was going to be upset with me because that coffee is legitimately from 2017. That was not a joke. That wasn't a white lie. That's for real. It just happened to taste great. We don't exactly know why. It was honestly not treated perfectly. Like if you've ever watching the George Howe videos, like how you treat frozen green coffee. We did none of that. It was awful. It was it got unfrozen multiple times. It was wild, but it ended up tasting incredible. I don't exactly know how these 2 coffees work together because they are truly polar opposites, but it was fun.
All right, last 2 questions for you. The first one is, did anyone roll 7 or 11 up there?
No, I think Jesse rolled like a 10.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't even know. I just know it was the highest number. Your boy can just barely count. I'm from Mississippi, right? So I can just barely count. If you go past the 10, man, I get lost. Got my shoes on.
Okay. Now my hard-hitting question for you, man.
Please.
Best sneaker of all time.
Oh, man. Best?
Yeah, personal best. Like a personal favorite.
My personal favorite?
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be the OG Chicago's, like the real first Jordan ones.
Okay.
Red and blacks. I don't think I can pull it off, but they're great.
I mean, hey, look, you pulling off literally 75s right now.
Yeah, I am.
You and Isaiah, who, as a matter of fact, yeah, come on, man, show them. Thank you so much, boss.
It was a lot of fun.
Good job. We're going to chat some more. Everybody, please give it up for Mr. Kyle Randy. We will be back with our next competitor in just a brief moment. Just need my cue. Are we ready? As I see judges, you need to give me my cue.
I think we're ready.
I think we're ready. Can we keep rolling, y'all? We almost there. Another one coming from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. From Maceo, is that Macizo and Dynamic Coffee. Please give it up for Jorge Amador!
Look, I'm done. Look, I'm done. Look, I'm done. Hello, how you doing? Can we just check the music is okay? That's okay. Time. Some connections changes, but the best ones allow us to vote here in the United States, but also